Diddy's trial has just begun, and Cassie Ventura's testimony already left jaws on the floor. But that might only be the tip of the iceberg. As the trial unfolds, more shocking revelations could be on the way. And guess what? Some big-name celebrities might be getting nervous too, because of their past close ties with Diddy. So, who could end up being dragged into the spotlight? Let's start with a surprising one: Leonardo DiCaprio. Who would have thought that Hollywood's golden boy could be linked to such shady stuff?
Come on, Leo, mate, you know.
Well, in the court of public opinion, just being at one of Sean Diddy Combs' infamous gatherings, like those legendary 90s white parties, means you might be guilty of witnessing or even participating in some questionable behavior.
And you threw a house party and I got the footage, okay? Look at this. Now, who has this many people at their house?
Remember that snapshot from 1999 showing a then 24-year-old DiCaprio grinning and sipping drinks alongside Diddy and others? Yeah, that one has made a comeback. One Twitter user even remarked, "Birds of the same feathers flock together," seemingly throwing shade at the Great Gatsby star.
What the hell is going on here?
With all the allegations piling up against Diddy, it's no wonder people are speculating about Leo's involvement. One person even said, "I know he's terrified right now, but is Leo really sweating over being dragged into Diddy's mess? Who knows?"
Wow, you can't believe what you read.
However, new reports are coming out that say he's trying to distance himself from the music mogul. According to a source who chatted with the Daily Mail, Leonardo DiCaprio has absolutely nothing to do with any of this. They stressed that while he hit a few parties in the early 2000s, like everyone else, he's not linked to any of the alleged bad behavior.
So it was one of the worst experiences of my life.
But with so many celebrities getting pulled into this drama, can we really take that at face value? It definitely raises some eyebrows, doesn't it? Diddy has partied with big names from all over, including Naomi Campbell and Jay-Z. In a 2018 Vogue 73 Questions interview, Diddy even called Leo his favorite party guest.
Who's the person that's #1 on that invitation list?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
But the source insists that the parties DiCaprio attended were nothing like the wild ones described by Diddy's ex, Cassie, which apparently involved some pretty shocking activities.
How the hell did that happen?
I have no idea.
The insider added, "He has nothing to do with that world, so for anyone to think he'll get dragged into this because of a few old photos is just ridiculous." The last time DiCaprio showed up at a Diddy bash was in November 2019 for the music mogul's 50th birthday.
This film took really everything out of me.
But you're good at relaxing and doing...
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Recently, another source said DiCaprio is actively trying to distance himself from this whole scandal.
A slight problem here.
This notorious bachelor has been working hard to shake off his party boy image and become more of an environmental activist. But let's be honest, he's still known for dating younger models, and he's pretty sensitive about discussing his past.
I would never say something like that.
Next up, one of Diddy's most famous exes, Jennifer Lopez. Jennifer and Sean first started dating towards the end of 1999 after they met on the set of her music video, If You Had My Love. The pair attended the 2000 Grammy Awards together, and their romance made international headlines. While they made an iconic couple, unfortunately, things behind closed doors weren't so glamorous. The singer suspected Diddy of being unfaithful during their 2-year relationship, and she felt like she lost herself in the whirlwind of distrust. Looking back on their relationship, Lopez admitted, "It was the first time I was with someone who wasn't faithful. I was totally crying, crazy, and going nuts. It really took my whole life in a tailspin. I never caught him, but I just knew." The couple broke up at the end of Valentine's Day in 2001. Although they had a rocky relationship, years later, the pair have nothing but respect for one another. Diddy shared, "I've been blessed to go out with a couple of great women, and she was one of the great ones." Now, 23 years later, J-Lo might get dragged back into Diddy's legal issues. Remember that infamous shooting in New York in 1999?
Everybody was booked, including Jennifer Lopez. They spent the night in the precinct.
She was crying a lot. She was a mess.
Diddy and J-Lo were there when things got heated, and Diddy's friend, Jamal Shine Barrow, ended up firing a gun. Barrow was sentenced to 10 years in prison, while Diddy got a day of anger management. J-Lo wasn't charged at all.
I want to say to you all face to face, I had nothing to do with a shooting that night in a nightclub.
Fast forward to now, Diddy's facing new accusations, and the old case might reopen.
J-Lo testified at the grand jury, as did many other people. It needs to be reopened, because if that is in fact the case, she carried the gun in and she lied to the grand jury.
One victim insists Diddy was responsible and is willing to have the bullet removed from her face to prove it. And, with a federal probe underway, J-Lo might be subpoenaed. Well, seems like Jenny from the block may become Jenny from the jail. Crazy how the past can come back, right? So, do you think J-Lo's silence is the right move? Or should she finally speak out about Diddy? Let us know in the comments. And switching gears, let's talk about another woman linked to Diddy, though this one's more of an alleged romance, Cameron Diaz. Sources say she's in full panic mode, fearing Diddy might spill some sordid secrets from their time together. One insider even hinted, the word is he's got enough dirt to bring down half of Hollywood. Yikes. Sounds like a ticking time bomb. Now, let's get into the spicy details about their relationship. Apparently, the whole thing started after they met at the Oscars in 2008. Diddy was immediately smitten, and as it turns out, Cameron found his charm hard to resist. The pair spent the night laughing and flirting, and it seems things escalated from there.
What's the ratio of people asking you out to you saying yes?
And here's a fun tidbit. Cameron reportedly picked Diddy over Jude Law. Gwyneth Paltrow had been trying to set her up with the British star, but Cameron decided on Diddy instead. This fling was hot and heavy, helping her get over her breakup with Alex Rodriguez, with whom she split up in 2011. Diddy seemed to know how to cheer her up, and their fiery connection kept them coming back to each other.
I think he's cool.
The two were often seen getting cozy in public, sometimes a little too cozy. Eyewitnesses described Cameron's hair as messy and her makeup smeared after some intense makeout sessions.
This is happy news. Tabloids. The tabloids are saying that Cameron Diaz and P. are partying together now. A lot of people have seen them canoodling. You know what I mean? Canoodling.
And yet, every time rumors started, their reps would shut it down, insisting they were just friends. The two are often spotted out together, acting more like flirty teenagers than just friends. At one Golden Globes party, they really turned heads when Cameron even straddled him in front of everyone.
I thought it was dope.
So if they were just friends, they sure had a strange way of showing it. Sources claimed things were hot and steamy between them, and Cameron saw Diddy as more of a casual thing. For her, it was fun, but Diddy seemed to take things more seriously.
So are you in love now?
Yeah, I'm in love now.
One story has Diddy showing his controlling side. He apparently pulled Cameron right out of a party while she was taking photos with fans. "Let's go," he said, practically dragging her out before she could even finish posing. And get this, a witness, clearly surprised, said, "I've never seen him so controlling. Guess this behavior isn't too surprising now." And here's the kicker. Their little affair allegedly drove J-Lo nuts. Rumor has it that Cameron dating Diddy cut Jen's heart like a knife. Oh, how awkward. Even so, J-Lo and Diddy stayed friends.
It just helped me grow. It helped me grow to, what I wanted, and kind of learning to stand up for myself and things like that.
Meanwhile, Diddy was still dating Cassie Ventura on and off, even while he and Cameron were hooking up. Turns out, he'd stay single anytime a better offer came along. Ouch. Sounds wild, right? But now, with everything that's come to light about him, this is actually far from the craziest thing that he's done.
Cameron Diaz has said, for instance, everyone gets cheated on at some point.
Yeah.
Are you standing by this?
Yeah.
And guess what? Diddy apparently had some real regrets about not going all in with Cameron Diaz. Word is, back in 2014, he got a bit sentimental at a dinner when her relationship with Benji Madden came up. He admitted, "If I could turn back time, things would be different," and even called her the sexiest girl in the world. But coming from Diddy, that's hardly a compliment, right?
Whoa, why did I do that?
Then there's Ashton Kutcher. Back in 2009, Kutcher was spotted at Combs' notorious annual white party alongside his then-wife, Demi Moore. A decade later on the show Hot Ones, Ashton spoke about his friendship with Diddy, sharing, "We became fast friends. We used to just hang out and watch football together." When pressed about the rapper's legendary parties, he coyly added, "I have a lot I can't disclose. I can't disclose that one either."
So,
Can't tell that one either.
Amidst these swirling rumors, both Ashton and Mila were seen separately with their children in Los Angeles. Ashton took their son, Dimitri, to flag football practice, while Mila escorted their daughter Wyatt to a dance class. Some took these separate outings as a sign of marital discord, fueling the breakup gossip even further. However, sources close to the couple have been quick to shut down these claims. An insider labeled the rumors as absolutely ridiculous and false, emphasizing that Ashton has no involvement in any of Diddy's alleged misconduct. He doesn't belong in this conversation, the source stated firmly. Another added, Ashton has only seen Diddy at a handful of social and business events, all documented by the media. But each rumor has its truth in it. Speaking about business, another big name who's crossed paths with Puff is none other than Jeff Bezos. Yes, the Amazon mogul. It turns out that Bezos' company, Amazon Studios, helped promote Diddy's media platform, Revolt TV. While it seemed like a standard business move at the time, people are now questioning whether Bezos knew about Diddy's more controversial activities. Did Bezos know what was really going on behind the scenes, or was he just in it for the business side of things? It's hard to say, but the questions are piling up.
And what do you look for when you're hiring people other than that, ready to go to war? What are the other kind of criteria?
Somebody that is not intimidated by me, not intimidated by the situation, not intimidated by life.
While we're on the topic of billionaires, here's another surprise. Diddy's also been connected to Elon Musk. Social media is buzzing after people learned about Diddy's alleged $10 million investment in Musk's platform, X, especially with all the serious allegations against the rapper.
Our youngest victim at the time of the occurrence was 9 years old. We have an individual who was 14 years old. We have one who was 15.
In a new book, Character Limit, authors Kate Conger and Ryan Mack spill that Musk was actually bragging about his friendship with Diddy. Looks like they're closer than we thought, huh?
I shouldn't have said that.
Now, Diddy stepped down from his role as executive chairman of Revolt right before Cassie Ventura, his ex, filed a lawsuit with some heavy accusations against him. Around the same time, he was also confirmed as an investor in X, joining other big names like Jack Dorsey and Larry Ellison. Oh, and just in case you forgot, Musk and Diddy were even spotted hanging out at a Dave Chappelle show in 2022.
Now with the internet, it's like having a nervous system. It's like any part of humanity has access to almost all the information of humanity.
But here's where it gets even messier. Musk recently stirred the pot by sharing a report that outlined over 120 claims against Diddy. He asked, how many people in music and entertainment knew about this? But before Musk could get too comfy in the spotlight, music critic Anthony Fantano clapped back, pointing out that infamous photo of Musk with Ghislaine Maxwell. Talk about awkward.
Because a guy as important as you, who makes changes, could use your powers for evil and not good. The fact that...
And of course, we can't leave out Jay-Z. Now, Jay-Z has been pulled into the storm, accused in a civil lawsuit of something incredibly serious.
What's one misconception about you?
There are no misconceptions about me.
The allegations go back 24 years to a party after the 2000 MTV Video Music Awards. The suit claims that a then 13-year-old girl, identified only as Jane Doe, was sexually assaulted by Sean Diddy Combs and Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Carter.
The judge has actually agreed that the victim can remain anonymous and that the case can proceed.
This lawsuit, first filed in October, initially only named Diddy, with 2 other names redacted. But just days ago, an amended complaint was filed, adding Jay-Z as a defendant. According to Jane Doe, she was standing outside Radio City Music Hall during the VMAs, trying to get into the event by approaching limousines. A driver allegedly told her he worked for Diddy and said she fit what Diddy was looking for. He invited her to an after-party and instructed her to return to his car later that night.
Why'd you move to LA?
Oh, for the kids.
At the party, Jane Doe claims she was asked to sign a non-disclosure agreement and was given a drink that left her feeling drugged. The lawsuit alleges that Combs and Carter took turns assaulting her at a private residence while the unnamed female celebrity was watching. Jay-Z has strongly denied the accusations, taking to social media to call the lawsuit a blackmail attempt. On Roc Nation's X, formerly Twitter account, he didn't hold back, labeling the claims as false and slamming Jane Doe's attorney, Tony Busby. In a fiery post, Jay-Z wrote, "These allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. Whomever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Would you not agree? These alleged victims deserve real justice if that were the case."
I don't know what happens next.
He continued, accusing Busby of exploiting the legal system for personal gain. "What you calculated was that the nature of these allegations and the public scrutiny would make me want to settle. No, sir. It had the opposite effect. It made me want to expose you for the fraud you are in a very public fashion." Meanwhile, Diddy's legal team has also denied the allegations, calling them shameless publicity stunts aimed at extracting money from high-profile figures. In a statement to People, they said, "The truth will prevail. Mr. Combs never sexually assaulted or trafficked anyone, man, woman, adult, or minor."
Disgusting.
As for Jane Doe's claims, her attorney, Tony Busby, has stated, "The pleading speaks for itself. This is a very serious matter that will be litigated in court." The lawsuit alleges that the unnamed woman, now in her mid-30s, suffered irreparable trauma from the incident. She is seeking unspecified damages, and Busby claims to be representing over 100 individuals who have accused Diddy of misconduct. Now I want to hear from you. Who do you think could have been Diddy's real accomplices? And who do you believe was just caught in the crossfire?